for coming to Politics and Life. I hope all of you guys are having a blessed night. If you wouldn't mind, please like, comment, hit that subscribe button below. We are reacting to the Democrat Civil War that is happening right before our eyes. I'm going to react to a couple of X clips, aka Twitter, showing just how out of touch they are. Then I'm going to show you Liberty Hangout and James Klug, two popular YouTubers, them actually talking to these people at these protests and seeing what they say. As we know, the left has gone down the deep end lately, and they need to fix their shit, let's just say, and very fast. Otherwise, we will continue to win elections, conservatives, which I embrace every step of the way until that happens. But anyways, please like, comment, hit that subscribe button. If there's anything else you want me to react to in the future, just let me know in the comment section.
An opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad.
I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
You can always get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works. A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data. For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed. I also think there's a repression of black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the African Americans.
Now I'm here in East Harlem.
It is amazing just how indoctrinated these people have been pushed to the left. I mean, the fact that they think people are too dumb, don't have internet, don't have phones, and have no access to getting IDs. This is just laughable at this point. But this is how the liberal, your typical white liberal, thinks upon minority voters. It comes across as so racist, so bigoted, and just so ignorant to think that people don't have the capabilities to get their own state ID. It's embarrassing. Now let's see what the minority community says.
Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you have ID normally? You carry ID around?
Yes, I have state ID.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No. Everyone that I know has an ID. Why would they think we don't have ID? That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Because I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so we know what we need to carry around.
Yeah, everybody that I know have ID. That's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with, ID.
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
What is this, some type of trick candy cameras?
I know, right? That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those are legit IDs. I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What does that say to you?
I know it's that. It's on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is around you?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know how to get there?
Yeah.
Would you have a problem getting there if you had to get there?
No.
I know these sound like silly questions. You know how to get to the DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yes.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Just checking.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
Yes.
Every phone these days that you can even get for free for signing up for a cell phone provider has internet. Again, their racism just bleeds through them, yet they think we're the racist one. Yes, black people are just as intelligent as white people are. It's so insane the way the left thinks, just like illegals picking crops. They think they're going to pretty much be the new slaves, but that still doesn't make it okay. They shouldn't be in our country to begin with.
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet. Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
I had access to the internet for years.
You know how to use it properly, right?
Exactly. I do it at work. So, of course, I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
Your phone has data?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually
Unlimited.
Unlimited data.
Mm-hmm. I use my phone as a hotspot.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of black people?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's why my thought process on it.
I just think that's ignorant. Ignorant.
Ignorant. That's the word I'm hearing a lot. Ignorant.
Very, very ignorant.
Does it sound racist for somebody to say that?
I think it is a little racist because, you're putting people in a category and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe a little bit of racist in it, but like I said, I think it's more stupidity and ignorance.
You're judging somebody, like, well, you're judging them because they black, saying that they don't got it.
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
Do you have a problem that if you go to vote and they say, "Can we please see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are"? Are you
Love showing my ID.
You got no problem with that?
Nope.
Would you have a problem if when you go to vote, if they say, "Can we please just see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are"? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have a problem if there was a rule where you have to show your ID in order to vote?
I don't think so. No.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
Nah.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
See, that just goes to show you, as I always say, the intolerant left just doesn't see how racist they come out when they say black people can't get their own IDs. So here's actually comments as well showing how uneducated these liberal voters are.
Donald Trump announced this past week that he would be urging ICE and other administration authorities to seek out people living here illegally that have broken the law to deport them. So I have a quote for you here that's been making the rounds on social media about the deportation of criminal illegal aliens. "We are a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our laws, and I believe they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous. That's why over the past 6 years, deportations of criminals are up 80%, and we're going to keep focusing on threats to our security." What's your thought on that quote and that policy in general?
I think that policy comes from a place of like white American nationalism. Donald Trump has kind of like embraced this rhetoric of like racism and xenophobia that is not beneficial to our country at all.
I don't think that quote really stands true.
This administration has totally not done anything moral.
This is really awful. Amnesty does not necessarily mean that we're losing border security. I think that Trump feels that way.
I think that's a bad decision because like the United States should be open to like immigrants. Like it's like they call it land of the free for a reason.
Let him in your
advocate
house.
for those kind of people and people like in Congress, like Ocasio-Cortez, who is helping people overcome these kinds of things.
Crimes do not nullify your humanity, and people are coming here in search of opportunity.
I'm going to show you the person that said that quote.
Undocumented workers.
Is that surprising?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why is that surprising?
And this is the Democrats' like savior, Lord and Savior, Obama, who has said the exact same thing. Everything they preach, they have no clue their own party it celebrates it, or welcomes, or it did back in the day when they had common sense.
Because I thought it was the Trump administration that said something like that.
Yeah, it's quite surprising. I thought it was from Trump.
I didn't expect it to be Obama either.
Why did you not expect it to be Obama?
Because I guess, I don't know, like it never occurred to me that it could be Obama.
Is that surprising that it's a quote from President Obama?
Yeah, that was surprising for sure. Yeah.
Do you think it's still a practice of white nationalism, though, to deport criminal illegal aliens?
I think the way Trump's doing it is.
Okay. But President Obama to this
he's literally deported so many more people than Trump. So watch, let's see what she says.
Point in Trump's presidency, Obama actually deported more people, though. So it's in practice, there was more from Obama, though.
What's your question?
I'd
You're
say
an idiot.
my understanding of Obama versus Trump is that Obama was more liberal as far as amnesty and border security. I expected that quote to come from Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows the hypocrisy in politics. So one person can say something 5 years ago, and next thing you know, it doesn't apply to them anymore, and that they can now be the morality police for whoever is in charge now.
Does that change your opinion of the practice to know that President Obama did the same thing? Actually, to this point in his presidency, deported more people than President Trump had at this point.
Exactly.
No, again, I just think that there's a moral way to do it. And
you point out the clear facts that he deported more and that there's less under Trump and that they had the same exact policies. No, because he has more morality in regards to how he deported them. They don't know. They have no clue. These people upset me so much.
I don't know a ton about Obama's deportation policies, but I imagine that they were a lot more humane than the ones currently going on.
Shows you again how dumb the college system has gotten these days in America, and it shows how uneducated these liberals are in general. So now let's go to the YouTube videos where James Klug and Liberty Hangout goes to these anti-Elon Tesla dealership protests, and they show how crazy these people have gotten. I'm actually going to go to one soon in California, and I'm going to live stream. It's going to be crazy. I hope you guys watch it, because I am ready to do this kind of journalism, because we have no journalism for big media these days. Anyways, here is the Liberty Hangout. Let's get started.
Hey, come join the club on the other side with the dark guys.
Woo! So this is exactly what my 1-year-old toddler does at home.
Caitlin Bennett is a traitor!
Do you cuddle with him at night? Why do you have a blow-up doll of Trump anyway? That's weird.
And it's your turn to be the best. So on the YouTube, I fucking love it. He's my asshole.
That is true. Obama did build the cages. The kids in cages, that came from Obama's administration. You are correct.
We're here at a Tesla
Good point,
down
Sharon.
event in Tampa, Florida. I've got my own parade, my own personal singers that are very excited that I'm here. Let's go see why they're so mad today.
United States, I don't hear any.
Are they listening? It's as if Elon is like in there. These are just employees who are like, I just want to go home. They are.
Yeah, these people just want to have their check so they can go home to their families, and these people are just causing havoc. It is so annoying. Grown-ass adults act that way in public. Also, it's mostly just old white liberals, probably a lot of retired old white liberals or George Soros funded white liberals, but you don't really see any fight anymore when it comes to the left. When it comes to them protesting, we are the majority.
Police officers? Okay. Do you want my name?
Are they police officers back here?
Yeah.
Are they with you?
I don't know. I don't know these gentlemen. They're quite handsome. I don't know who they
Oh, are you guys single?
Everybody. They said I'm too old for them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we know that.
They will not identify themselves. They are not wearing badges or uniforms, but they will not deny that they are cops. They are silent. You're a journalist. Ask them if they're cops.
I'm not a journalist. I'm just a
Man, he is
YouTuber.
losing his
But
mind.
I appreciate. No, I'm just a YouTuber.
Now, so are these gentlemen police? Are they? Just curious.
I don't know. To ask them.
Are you guys police? You got security. They don't answer. Are you affiliated with any kind of law enforcement? No, sir. Okay.
They might just be here.
Yeah, they got security on their back, right? I was just curious.
Oh, well, maybe they're hired by the Tesla company. I don't know.
I got Jesus on my side, buddies. You don't scare me. They may be the kind of guys that take people away, like it just happened.
Are they ICE agents?
Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. Trying it. Oh, let me get you on Facebook. Hold on. Evidently.
Okay.
Look how serious they are.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make money.
Wow.
Who are they here for anyway? You know, it's like someone hired them because they're routinely attacked at events or something.
Yeah, if I was Tesla, I would hire security. There's no, I don't blame them. I've had companies in the past where things happen. I hire security.
Yeah, or perhaps just a little girl who films YouTube videos that gets attacked at these types of events.
Boo Boo Bennett in her pants. Oh, do day. Even Turning Point USA fired you.
No, they didn't. What are you talking about? I love your. Excuse me.
Is that Boo Boo? That's Boo Boo Bennett. Her pants.
They're racist.
Boo Boo Bennett. Her pants. Oh, doodah.
Amazing. This woman's what, in her like 70s, and she's acting like a little child. Like, this is just so embarrassing. These people are gaining no support by acting like little children like this.
Ma'am, I just want to mention the age difference between us. The likelihood of either of us our pants is you. Okay.
Kent State.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boo Boo Bennett. Her pants.
Were you there? Will you stop putting that in my face, though? Like, okay, so I'm gonna move over here. Stop putting it in my face.
What is your premise?
She's Boo Boo Badass.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. She just called me a badass. I appreciate that. So she's a fan, actually. I really, really love her support.
Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her.
I actually don't even have a podcast, so I don't know what she's angry about. What's your premise, protesting? What's your premise out here today?
My premise is to try to straighten out this government back to what it used to be, and what it needs to be.
What are some? Did you say I'm racist? How am I racist? How am I racist?
Out of my face.
I think it's ironic you're saying to get out of your face. You're actively calling me a racist, which is really awful.
Bye-bye, boo-boo.
Did you tell that Hispanic guy he's going to get deported?
This is the tolerant left who stands with women, but if you might disagree with some of the beliefs of the left, they will full on attack you. These people have become a straight up cult at this point. It's a cult.
No. You didn't say that, huh?
Boo-boo, bye-bye.
I'm pretty sure you said that. And you're going to call me the racist? But you just said, my president deports criminals and rapists.
Oh, yeah, that's why they go to school, moron.
They don't, that was the FBI. They don't go to schools.
Oh, okay.
I think it's funny, though. Like, you're so pro people and you're wearing the shirt of a disgusting. So she's wearing a Moms Demand Action shirt, which is so funny because
she comes with the shirt.
Yeah, we all came out here with shirts. I'm so thankful for that. I would not want to see these people without a shirt on.
Boo Boo Bunny.
She keeps making up really
sneaky one. She can't. I like that shirt. Yeah, but
thank you.
She's a right wing. Yeah, don't talk to her.
What am I?
You are a right wing troll.
A white wing troll?
A right wing troll that
Why?
pooped her pants at Kent State.
Really?
And even you were hired by Turning Point, and even they hate you. So that's got to be pretty bad when Turning Point USA hates you.
What did they say? Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I talk to them every day. Get away.
What did Charlie Kirk say?
He said, boy, Boo Boo Bennett, she should wear a diaper because she shit her pants at Kent State.
Yeah, he said that? Yeah, okay.
This guy was arrested for domestic violence.
It's so funny. They just come out here, they just make stuff up. They just lie. I do have to give them points for their creativity, though. That's pretty creative to start pointing at people and start accusing them of really atrocious things and criminal offenses. So, hi, I like your sign. It says immigrant. Yeah. So what are you protesting Tesla for today?
What am I I'm not protesting. It doesn't say Tesla, does it? It says Musk.
Well, we're outside of a Tesla, so.
Listen, don't talk to her. She does racist.
Please stop touching my body, ma'am. I don't consent to that. All the touching, I don't consent to that. So what are you protesting today?
What are you supporting?
I'm not supporting anything. I'm supporting your guys' signs out here to protest, and I'm supporting your voice to be heard through my YouTube channel, which is very generous of me.
Yes.
What is the worst thing Elon has done?
What's the best thing he's done?
Do you want to interview me, or do you want me to interview you? What's the worst thing he's done? Because I'm not protesting.
What's the best thing he's done? I'm protesting.
I think he's done a great job advising the president and other departments in our government to find waste and fraud so that we can lower.
Also, let's not pretend the astronauts that the Biden administration left out in space, he just saved them. That should have been a world news story, that alone.
You want to listen, or you like turn around?
I can't even wear a shirt. She wants to baby everybody.
I love when the elderly starts talking about pooping their pants. Oh, did we meet you already?
Yeah, you already got my picture. You're good.
Yeah, no, well, you were so beautiful. Everybody actually commented down below. That woman right there, so beautiful.
Trump would have raped you if he found you on the floor drunk.
Oh, really?
Oh, my gosh.
Really? That is vulgar.
What kind of comment?
That is so vulgar of you to say that. That's disgusting. You guys actually hate women. I've never seen a group of people who actually despise women more than these leftists, especially the other women. And
they're putting cameras in her face, kind of almost pushing her in a way, putting these signs in her face, saying she's a racist, talking about her getting raped by Trump. Like, this is not normal human, like, adult behavior.
Filming for stuff, so I think they're actually following him.
Are they following you?
Yeah, see, he's not answering, so.
Nobody's answering. Okay.
Yeah, he's not answering.
it's just very interesting. That's all. Okay.
Maybe because people are raising their voices at me and talking about how people would rape me. Maybe why they're following me for that.
That'd be horrible. I'm sorry that that's happened to you.
Yeah, she's the one. She's the one who did it.
It's just very interesting and kind of suspicious.
Well,
that security is following anybody. And so I'm curious to know why. And you know, I mean, do you have and
well, he's an immigrant, so maybe they're like protecting him against ICE agents coming and like deporting him for something. I don't know.
Could be lying. It could just be a shirt.
Yeah, people put on shirts that they don't actually believe in.
Sure.
Do you believe in your shirt?
I do believe in my shirt.
What books are banned?
Listen, it's not about me. It's about asking you why security.
Well, he supports the books that have been banned, which is just teaching kids porn and also sex positions, which we should not be teaching any kids. That is never okay in school. So I'm down for those books to be banned. You want to teach porn to your kids? You are a disgusting human being for also defending that.
But you're not saying and pushing it off to somebody.
They're not with. I think they're with him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon! Deport Elon!
Where do you want to deport him to? If you guys could choose, where would you deport Elon Musk to?
Don't talk. This is what I'm saying. Don't talk. Don't talk.
You're such a white knight for these ladies over here, dude. He has a fake badge with a fake name on it, but I found his Instagram. He's a psycho.
So they're advising not to talk to them. So just so
who's they? Who's advising not to talk to me?
Control.
Who's they? Seems like some.
You have to bring your own. You have to bring your own meat with you. You got to bring your own bodyguards.
Did you call them meat? You like what you see, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, they're power bottoms for sure.
Is this you? Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
Okay, how come it's private?
Can you show the camera?
Sure.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Why is it private if you're trying to spread the word?
Oh, that's my private. That's my private.
Oh no. What's your? Where would I find this coverage?
Yeah. Feminist camp. Feminist camp.
Feminist camp.
So why do you think someone might have to bring security to an event with leftists in it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Maybe they've been.
Leftists didn't storm the Capitol.
Yeah, but leftists have been keying and bombing Tesla in their dealerships.
Yes, we stand against that.
Yeah, and leftists also created billions of dollars of destruction in the BLM riots and killed people and cops.
Those were leftists. Those were rioters. There's a
leftist rioters. Well, they weren't rioting. They weren't rioting for a Republican cause. Some preliminary findings here upon my arrival: low energy, older people, low energy. I don't know. Let's see if we can go energize this crowd. They always love when I show up. Is it gonna rain today?
Save our Social Security!
Okay. What car did you guys drive today?
Security!
You didn't drive a car?
All right, guys, I'm going to stream it to the other one now. I just want you to see what these protests look like. This is just insane at this point. Ruth, I did not hear about that. I wish I would have. Then I would have tried to go to that since I was off today. But I wanted to go to... Uh-oh, it's not loading. Well, let's see. Watch later. Lefty's losing it. Bam, right here.
Kosher Gator. Kosher, let's start. Boris is set to be paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to headline a real estate conference in Australia on the Gold Coast. And wowee, one of those land rats love hearing an inspirational speech from this fine orator.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Oh, gosh, I miss her. Now, you may have heard of the concept of FAFO, where you F around and find out. Well, this next dude found out all right. Here he is being confronted by the owner of the Tesla he vandalized, allegedly.
Write a check. You just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off
No,
with a towel.
no,
It's not
no.
heat.
It is a
It
hate
was
crime,
it was
sir.
a crayon.
It is a hate crime.
Listen,
Did you write a swastika on there?
I'm sorry you're upset.
Did you write a swastika?
It didn't even work.
I'm sorry you're upset. It didn't even work. Really? These lefties are vile.
Should have punched him in the face.
Let's go back to that interaction and see if this guy understands that the FAFO equation is real. The more you F around, the more you're going to find out.
It's at the police right now. It's being fingerprinted.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
Because they're trying to track you down. Thankfully, Facebook tracked you down.
I said, I'm sorry.
For what?
And I
For what?
apologize.
For what?
I have nothing against your car, and I have nothing against you.
So why would you write a swastika on a Tesla?
Obviously, I have something against Elon Musk, but that's not the
So
way
Elon
to
Musk
show my...
owns that car? Because
No,
it was
he
bought
owns
and
the
paid
company.
See, most of these soy boys, if you were to call them out to their face, let's say they get caught, they don't expect to get caught, most of them would tuck their tail between their legs just like that because they are terrified. They're soy boys with no balls. So instead of approaching you like a man, they come and try to do it behind the scenes when you're not there like little pussies.
It was bought and paid for a long time ago.
That's why it's misguided, and obviously I did not intend to do this.
Oh, he didn't mean to do it. He doesn't like Elon Musk. He's since been charged with a number of offences, including criminal mischief and harassment. Now, this mindless vandalism from the left is nothing new, nor are attacks against cars. They've been doing it for years. It just wasn't directed exclusively to Teslas in the past. Here is an oldie but a goodie. A lefty caught keying a vehicle because it had a pro-Trump sticker. I think he's more scared of the wife than the cops. Imagine being married to this aging soy boy.
The green Toyota Tundra pickup truck that you walked up to, you don't remember what you did? What did you do to it? Was it the bumper sticker? And she's got a sticker that says, "Let's go Brandon" or something. Yeah, I guess it infuriated me. Was it a key? No, it's my key fob. Yeah. Do you know which key you used? No, I have no idea. I'm guessing you know it's expensive to repaint a truck. I'm gonna have to repaint the truck. Did you get idiotic? And I'm gonna get the truck. Get that fucking much up.
And you should.
Yeah. But I made a stupid mistake.
How old is he?
Mr. Brothers, here's the unfortunate news. She wants to press.
How old are these people? They act like freaking children, man.
Charges, so I have to take you to jail, sir. So they should turn around. When you damage someone's property over $1,000, it's a felony. For a felony criminal mischief.
That's a felony?
It's about $6,000 to repaint the truck. He has to go to jail, and tomorrow morning he'll have first appearance in front of a judge. Stupid.
And I regret to inform you that the awfuls are at it again. Awfuls, that stands for affluent white female lefties.
It's time to speak up. They're rolling back segregation.
Oh my gosh.
They are rolling back segregation.
These same dummies don't even know that the party they support, the Democrat Party, were literally the KKK, that they fought to keep slavery, that they opened up Planned Parenthood, a white liberal woman, to kill black babies. So you want to preach that white privilege, go somewhere else with it. People don't care for it anymore. Stop. You literally are supporting the party that was the KKK. So dumb.
To be clear, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place and has not been disbanded. But we know what their goal is. There is always step one in a process, and we absolutely know what their goal is.
She must think if you repeat something, it makes it true. Let's hear from this white savior and her fever dreams.
It's not the house I'm really in. It's just a background. I've learned to edit better. That's all, Ruth. It's not really the house I'm in.
Bringing back segregation like he's some sort of Democrat.
Yeah, you could tell.
This time, white people, we are the ones that are going to be on the front crossing that bridge. Do you hear me? We are the ones that are going to stand in the streets.
Oh my gosh.
Our black countrymen have done their time at the front of the lines, and it is our turn. It is our turn to face the water hoses and to face the dogs and to face the tear gas, because we have let this happen. Not on my watch.
Not on her watch, folks. Imagine being so unhinged with fantasies about the return of segregation. Do these people have jobs? By the way, that video has had millions of views, gone viral on TikTok and elsewhere. Perhaps this next lady saw this video because she seems rather animated and thinks she's going to encounter white-only signs across America.
Let me walk into a business and see a whites-only sign. I'm white. I'm about as white as they get. Look at how pale I am, man. And I will use every ounce of that white privilege I've got to absolutely up their day.
This next woman is
Wow.
perfectly okay with property being destroyed.
Destruction of property is a perfectly viable source of protest.
Wow.
Not harming humans, obviously. Human life is sacred no matter whose it is.
Me too,
But
Ruth. It's amazing.
Property is, these are just things. These are just cars.
They're just cars. I wonder if she'd call the cops if I destroyed her Subaru. And bad news, white men, these all fools will not date you. I just hope you can cope with the devastation and pick up the shattered pieces of your life.
Friendly reminder, as a white American woman, yeah, I will no longer be dating white men. I'm looking for
No one's looking for
anything
you.
other than a white man. Okay? Just a heads up.
Yeah, all they care about is race. It's all they talk about because they know nothing about policy and they vote off emotion. That's what the liberal woman vote exactly off of. Trump derangement syndrome and lies and propaganda. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a blessed night. Peace. Talk to you guys soon.